Hello to the two fans, and welcome back to Chicago Ted, coming to you with another episode of the Golden Aegis cast series. Of course, rudely interrupted by Bastion announcer there, but this is going to be replay ID number 16539128897. So thank you very much for the donation. Look forward to getting to your game, and I hope you enjoy the show. So, for this time around, for the Radiant, it's going to be Big Papa Bear on the Earth Spirit. Asuna is Bay, playing the Earth Shaker. Box Tops on the Drow Ranger with Zacharific on the Lycanthrope, and the Doctor playing the Witch Doctor. Meanwhile, for the Dire team, it is going to be Chango on the Lion with Papa on the Necrophos. So we got Big Papa Bear and Papa. Wow. Lagarden, he's going to be on the Ursa with FNC playing the Pudge, and Axel Matamoros on the Huskars. So, with the horn calls, actually sounded a little bit loud, whatever. It looks like we're going to start out with Radiant grabbing both runes. Zacharific, the Lycan, getting the bottom. Box Tops playing the Drow Ranger, getting the top rune. So, Radiant are going to start with both runes having an extra 400 gold in their bank accounts and 200 experience to start out this game. Looks like Zacharific is actually going out in the jungle for right now. Not sure what his plan is going to be here, but it looks like, oh, we've got a bit of a pause war coming out here, but
all right, carry on.
Resume on out here. Backstops. Going up against the Pudge in mid lane. Should have a fairly easy time doing this. Looks like he's having a bit of straight up right clicking going on here, but again, he should have no problem CSing against the Pudge. A hook will fly through, but I'm not sure if FNC can out DPS Box Tops here. In fact, he can't. FNC taking a huge amount of damage from this one. Meanwhile, Big Papa Bear going up against Ursa, a purple Ursa. Although it isn't actually purple, Maledict is showing. And I believe there is a bug where I've come across this before where it shows that someone is being hit by a spell when they're not, but they actually do get hit by that spell later on in the game. So it's kind of like foreshadowing. Eventually, Lagarden's going to get hit by a Maledict, and it's going to make him purple. That's what it's basically happening here. So, as far as this game sitting, Lycanthrope is jungling here. This is kind of a weird jungle. I think he does this to try to do a double stack. I don't know, but he's going to get level 3 from this one. He's got level 2 wolves, which will help him out jungling a lot, but the wolves aren't exactly the most, how you say, tanky beings. Meanwhile, top again, Lagarden taking a huge amount of damage here, but he'll get away just fine. Chango also taking a good amount of harass. The problem with this lane, for Ursa at the very least, is it's very hard for Ursa to really do anything. Meanwhile, all Box Tops getting hooked in her tower. He might get a kill here. No, FNC will get Box Tops, grab the first blood, and that'll be it. Zacharific will find a bounty rune, though, which helps out his farm quite a bit. Top of the CS board, as well as finding that bounty is going to help him out so much. Now with Wolves, he'll be able to bring down creep camps very quickly. Lagarden comes in, though. Deals a pretty decent sum of damage to Big Papa Bear. There's the Maledict. Now comes out with the paralyzing cast. Not quite getting the bounces they need. It doesn't even matter. Chango, does he go down? He will, with the Doctor getting one last right click off. And Box Tops getting a return kill on FNC in the mid lane. In the meantime, that's an interesting kill that Drow Ranger gets right there. Always got to take another look back at Zacharific, though, as still continuing to farm up. He's making his way to the lane. Looks like he's going to go in for some CS, and then as soon as the creep camp spawn again, he'll go right back. But this is a very efficient use of his time for experience and for gold here. So he is going to give Matamoros and Papa his wolves, give them the gold. I think the second one, though, got brought down by a creep. Regardless of the case, I don't think Zacharific can just kind of hang in this lane very often, as with the Heartstopper aura, it's just going to keep him from regenerating very quickly, though. Now he's got a Morbid Mass coming out to him. That'll help him jungle a bit, but with one Burning Spear, you can see just how much harass damage these two output. It's really just putting a giant thorn in Zacharific's thigh, as he's kind of waiting out time until he can spawn up a next set of wolves and then call it a day. In comes FNC, though, only with 2 points in the hook, though, so it's just out of range. And Zacharific will make his way back to base, maybe even go back to the fountain. As Asuna No bay. Actually, FNC gets spotted by a creep. He'll get himself out, though. The creep not going to lock him in. Box Top's making his way down, though.
Radiant's bottom
Do they
tower ain't a
look to
pretty
chase
sight
down
right
this
now.
Pudge? I don't think you do into Axel. No, but Box Tops will go for it regardless. Just kind of a right-click war. We'll get the silence off. And now Matamoros, the Fisher, will come out. But the hook, Box Tops gets pulled in. And Papa will get the kill off that one. Meanwhile, as soon as Bay will go in, he'll bring down Axel. He's still alive for the time being with a Death Pulse, the Burning Spears, as well as just the straight-up burn from the Heartstopper should bring him down. But the hook will come through, and FNC will find the kill. So Pudge now with a couple of kills under his belt. He's got a bottle, going to bottle that up and actually find himself a bounty rune as well. Lots of regen coming his way, and he'll be back to lane full up and ready to fight. Level 3 hook 2. So if he can find a hook on the Box Tops, that is most certainly a kill. Does he have his level 6 though? It looks like he's pretty far away from it. He's not going to be able to get the immediate dismember off. Instead has got to wait. But FNC, he's just going right behind. Box Tops gets caught in the pivotal trap here. Letting Pudge get behind you is not something you could ever do, though he'll miss the hook, and now FNC's in a lot of trouble. He's just going to get burned down here. Box Tops will continue right-clicking, and that should be a win for Box Tops, so the deny will come through. Box Tops doesn't get the kill, and Pudge will still end up dropping, as Box Tops will heal himself up with a salve and call it a day. Unfortunate, to say the least, for the Pudge, but, you know, it happens. It happens and it sucks. The Doctor and Big Papa Bear are doing a pretty decent job up in the top lane, up against LeGarden. While in the bottom lane, Papa and Axel Matamoros are doing an incredible job and just knocking as soon as they back and getting kills down here as well. As we got another pause to roll into the top lane. Immediately unpause though.
All right, carry on.
I don't know. Big Papa Bear, though, trapped in the tower. He's going to force away. The hook comes through, so Big Papa Bear is most certainly dead. The Doctor is way back behind the lines, too. So there's no way that this purple guy is going to get out at all, bringing down by an even fuzzier purple guy. And so the Dire will grab a quick 2 kills. Meanwhile, Box Tops looks like he's pushing down the mid-tier 1 tower, or at least doing his best to push it down. He'll deny the bounty rune from a wayward Pudge who might be walking right over it soon. The Pudge is coming back to lane with his level 6 dismember and hook at the ready. And Box Top's going to have to be very, very careful about how he plays this one. If he lets Pudge get behind him like is what's happening right now, he could easily just straight up drop here. The hook will fly through, but it will miss. Pudge is still behind though, looking for the dismember. Though Box Tops, I don't think he's going to let this one happen. We saw Axel Matamoros driving down with some burning spears onto Zacharific. As soon as Bay coming into this one, though, stunning him out 2 seconds for another enchant totem, but he's taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to pop his magic wand probably, but it wouldn't even help. He's most certainly dead. Oh, maybe not. The magic wand 2-1, he is fine. What level burning spears is that? I don't know. Box Tops, though, it looks like they had the Reaper Scythe out a little bit early, though. They'll still find a kill, but not with the cooldown, the death timer increase. And it's level 2 burning spears as we head back to this one, so decent damage, but wasn't quite enough. Pudge, though, is doing a pretty good job at snowballing out of this mid lane, finding kills where he needs to. He went for a Quelling Blade, which is kind of weird, but, you know, I guess if you're looking for right-click damage, look no further. Zacharific, meanwhile, is just farming up, looking for his Vladimir's offering, and it looks like he's just about there. He just needs the Sylvie Mask.
Could use a hand.
Or I guess the Sage's Mask, whichever you prefer to call it.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Has LeGarden. Also could be going for Vladimir's. It only has the casual Morbid Mask up, though. Sometimes players will just leave it at that. Oh, the Doctor getting dismembered out, but the hook gets blocked by a creep. Now FNC trying to chase, but in comes Big Papa Bear getting the stun off. And that keeps FNC from getting that kill. A large commitment for that too, spent not getting anything out of it. And now Box Tops will get an invisibility room and might even be able to cut FNC off if he's able to find him, but it doesn't look like he will. And FNC definitely not happy about that one creep that went and sacrificed its life, or at least it was an ally. Okay, so it was a turntail or turncoat creep helping out. It's gonna be a stomp, echo stomp or echo shirk, earth shock. There's something I knew it began with an E. Anyway, Box Top's coming in with that Invis-Rune. They're trying to bring down the Garden. He'll turn around and rage and drop down with a couple of overpowers and Fury swipes, but the hook will end up being spent onto Box Top. They're getting to get both off this one. A double kill, maybe even a third. The Doctor turns around and brings down Ursa with the 2 points in the Maledict. But FNC still chasing, looking for the hook. He'll get it off. And FNC will find a dominating spree on that Pudge. Meanwhile, Papa waiting in the bottom lane, looking for Asuna as Bay. But Zacharific is still farming up. Farming pretty quickly, too. He's got his Vladimir's offering. He's behind the farm of the Necrophos and the Pudge. But honestly, for a jungling core, it's not all that bad. So he should have no trouble continuing to find some farm. Maybe even go for an early Rosh here. As Asuna is Bay. Will turn around. The Fisher comes out, but they have to be very careful about how they fight here. Echo Slam comes down. There is going to be a Reaper Scythe. The Zacharific's trying to fight. He will get the kill. Now he might even be able to get Papa. The regen. Is it going to be enough? It looks like it might be. He gets it. With like 12 HP or so left. He finds the kill. A double for the jungling Lycanthrope. Meanwhile, Lion... what? What the hell just happened? Now they'll go in for La Garden, trying to bring him down. The Doctor with a Death Ward, but it won't end up doing all that much as he turns around, tries to fight, and comes the Magnetize, and La Garden taking a lot of damage, but he's not dying just yet. Big Papa, he's going to get brought down. Meanwhile, looks like Box Tops did die to FNC in the mid lane. Speaking of FNC, he's going to make his way down bottom, though he does get spotted out by a Radiant Observer Ward. A pretty defensive Radiant Observer Ward at that. If anyone TPs to this tower, they're going to get hooked, and they are probably dead. It looks like there's a TP. Pudge doesn't see it. No, he does. Pulls as soon as Bay back. Dismember. And very, very dead Earthshaker. 11 minutes in. And already... the Dire are doubling up the kill score of the Radiant and having a ball right now. The Radiant are looking for Zacharific to try to keep him in this game here. He's got his power treads at the ready, but he's got to be very careful. A wayward Axel Metamoros could spot him out. And he actually is going to scout it with his Lycan Wolf, so doing a very good job at keeping tabs of everything. Meanwhile, Pudge will get the bottom tier 1 tower. Another pause coming out. The Radiant just don't feel like unpausing this game. So, unfortunately, we already had an Abandon coming out from Chango. I don't know if it was a ranked game, so whether or not it matters is to be determined. But as we push through the bottom lane, Axel and Papa are closing in. Though Zacharific, he's going to get spotted. Actually, FNC does not spot him out, or at least walks right by him. A blink forward. They want Box Top. The Fisher will come out, but Box Tops is really low. The Silence, can they catch up to him? They just need a Reaper Sight, but they haven't been able to do that. In fact, Life Break will go on to Asuna as Bay. And comes Zacharific. Metamoros getting chewed up. So too will FNC drop. Zacharific with a double kill, looking for more. He wants to find Papa. And Papa... well, you can assume he's as good as dead. Look at the damage from Lycanthrope. Just cleaning 3 without so much as a hello, goodbye. Oh, man, that was painful to watch. Django now going back in, but has no damage. He's still level 5. He was level 1 like 2 minutes ago, which is quite funny. I guess he's pulled a little bit back from there on, but... for right now, the Dire losing 2 from that one, and it's looking better and better that Lycanthrope might be able to carry this one. He's even going to have a Basher out very soon. So you thought his damage was big not too long ago? Well, just wait. Lycanthrope gets even harder to kill. He gets even stronger. And, I mean, the Dire aren't exactly the tankiest of heroes. I mean, all you've got really to deal with it is Pudge and Ursa. And even they can kind of struggle when they're the only ones in the team fight. Because all Zacharific's going to have to do is just run straight on in and bring 4 down easily. The hook onto FNC, but he gets pushed down to the low ground. Still, with the Dismember, Zacharific's going to chase down. Papa's in close by, but they may be able to just bring down Papa here. The Silence comes out, the blink up. FNC looking for Asuna's Bay still. Okay, paralyzing cast. They also have the Maledict on the high ground. If they have any way to do some more damage, they could bring him down. But Chango and Papa, they're both stunned. The Magnetize comes out, dealing a massive load of damage, though the triple stun comes. Oh, Chango, he gets a 3-man Earth Spike, and all 3 will go down, or at least 2 of the 3. Box Tops comes in, but a little bit too late. As FNC, he's there at the ready. The hook pulls Box Tops in and brings him down. The Dire, a 3-for-1. Almost getting 4, though. Big Papa Bear was able to get himself out of that cluster. As soon as Bay actually also went down, so I guess a 5-for-1 in the end. And that was just a sandwich by the Dire. And because we have a Morbid Mask out onto Lagarde, he might even just be able to Rosh here. In fact, he most certainly can Rosh. Instead, looks like he's not going to go for it. As Asuna is Bay, now moving in through the mid-R, through the bottom lane. Axel Metamoros could be a target here, though it is only 2 points into after Enchant Totem, so it's not a whole hell of a lot of damage he's getting from it. Zacharific now will go and shapeshift into the mid lane. He wants Papa, and has a lot of damage to do so with the Howl. It's just chewing him down, but it's just not enough damage just yet. He's underneath the tier 2 tower now. He's not letting this one get away. Papa is still trying to survive here, but he'll eventually get brought down. No help. Meanwhile, as soon as Bay brings down Axel Metamoros and Lagarden, okay, well, as soon as Bay will end up dropping, but Lagarden gets pushed back, in comes the Doctor. Magnetized down, but Big Papa Bear taking way too much damage. He'll end up dropping to this one. Lagarden, no blink, cannot chase the Doctor, and instead, as soon as Bay, what? That's an abandon from our Earthshaker. Well, all right then. This is a very strange game. 15.5 minutes in. I can't quite tell what's going on just yet. We've had one pseudo abandon, one actual abandon, and a whole hell of a lot of what the hell. Lagarde will finally go for the Roshan. He's taking it straight on, but well, he can. So, see, if you were to go in at level 5 with the 3 points and overpower, the 2 points and the Fury Swipes, and you had a Morbid Mask only, then you'd need to play a more of a kite game. But he can just go straight on the Roshan because he has way more than that. So he'll grab the Aegis Immortality. Meanwhile, top lane, Papa and Box Tops duking it out, but Papa eventually will get the kill. Zacharific making his way up with a Basher, another Morbid Mask. So he's got 2 sets of lifesteal. Meanwhile, FNC will bring down the Doctor. Zacharific will now go in with his shapeshift, looking for the bash, looking for anything. The Hex comes out onto a Wolf. Papa in a lot of trouble. The bash comes out, and Zacharific will get the kill. Now turns on to Chango. As the pings come out, he doesn't stun at all. Now Chango could be dead here. Another bash. They get the kill. Lagarden makes his way in as the shapeshift does end. But now they go in for the Ursa. All they need is another bash. They have so much damage. He can't survive. The Aegis will pop. He's going to have to enrage coming out of it, but will it really matter? He goes into his overpower. He's got the enrage, but he doesn't spend it. In fact, turns on to Zacharific, gets the kill with the enrage. Finally popped. Lagarden, though, doesn't have any more. Big Papa Bear is fighting, but in comes FNC. And Papa Bear has got no escape as they'll bring him down. 2 for 2 in an Aegis is the end of that trade. But after all said and done, Lagarden getting so much from it. Meanwhile, Box Top still just trying to farm out. The only person getting damage from him is the Doctor. So the aura is not exactly helping his team. More or less, it's better off used on the creeps just to push out. I mean, if you can get one big wave of range creeps, I mean, right now he's got 2, which is good. But I'm talking like, I've seen creep waves like 6 or 7 ranged creeps ready to go. And when you get that all barreling down on one tower, towers melt. They don't stand a chance. And like right now, he'll have 3 coming in soon if he really wants it. So as it stands, about 18 minutes into this game, no real set structure to how this game is going. It seems like just a whole lot of random killing happening all over the map. But in the end, I think Radiant are getting a little bit more out of this just because the abandon is giving them so much gold. Or at least each one of them an extra fifth of gold. And that'll help their items come out very quickly. I mean, Zacharific with the Basher, with the Helm, the Dominator now. He's got a lot of damage, a lot of lifesteal. I mean, he's reached out lifestealing for what now? A 15% lifesteal plus an extra 15%. That's a lot of lifesteal from each attack. So it looks like Lagarden and Axel Metamoros are making their way in, but they're going to walk in the middle of 3 units.
Dire's bottom tower's
So
getting
I
the
think
business.
Radiant might be able to fight this. It's going to be very, very tricky for them. Zacharific running away. Blind hook. It will connect into box tops. He has a silence and he'll get it out just in time. But just like that, Zacharific and Big Papa Bear are in close by. They'll try to stun out FNC. They come in with Zach. They'll Bolter Smash out Lagarden, but Big Papa Bear is almost certainly dead from this one. Gets his Magnetize off. Papa's in the midst. Zacharific is also trying to fight. They've got a lot of damage. It's going to be the Reaper's Sight. Zacharific will back himself away. Matamoros trying to fight, but he can't do so. Death Ward out, but Lagarden will bring down the Witch Doctor. Zacharific life stealing up. He's going to back himself away, though, in the end. No blinks, nothing to follow him down. Box Tops turning around, trying to fight. But he'll have to back himself away. A 2 for 2. Of course, 4v5. I would imagine the 4 are quite happy with how that turned out, but the important thing here is that Zacharific gets away from this. So he's got 2,000 gold, and he survives the onslaught.
Swiftly through forest shade.
So, Dire, they'll back themselves off. Still haven't been much to take objectives. Neither team really has given that much thought to it, as most of it's just been fighting and pushing and fighting and pushing, never really committing to a tower. But Zacharific, he is the Lycan. Wolves need no armor. All right, so he's building armor, though. He's actually got 10 extra armor. And he actually may be able to bring down a tier 1 top. He's got level 4 wolves. No real AoE damage aside from the Vladimir's offering. So, looks like Lagarden makes his way up top. There is a Howl. Lagarden's going to chase, but I don't think he actually does anything here. They might even have been able to kill him if they really wanted to, but they actually don't go for it. There is a glyph as Lagarden gets stunned, gets silenced. In comes Zacharific. They're looking for a bash. They get the bash. He's going to have to enrage just to survive here, and it looks like he won't be able to. He'll go down. Actually pops the enrage. He's all right. Lagarden, he ending up turning on this fight. Zacharific will get away as FNC will bring down Box Top. Zacharific still comes right back into the fight. Wants the Garden. Does get him, but Zacharific will end up dropping because of it. So goes for the YOLO and gets something, but a Pyrrhic victory at best. Meanwhile, the Doctor is about 1,200 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter. That could be very big to have. Yeah, he buys up 2 parts of it, and we'll bring him out to him. So extra agility, extra strength, extra intelligence, and nothing much more. Meanwhile, Dire, they're flexing their muscles, going to go ahead and put some aggression on the top tier 1 tower. There is no glyph to be spent for the Radiant side, so they can just swipe at it and swipe at it. And there's nothing that the Radiant can do to really stop them, aside from going up and defending.
Radiant's top towers taking
0 net
hits.
worth, meanwhile, in Asuna's Bay. To be expected, it isn't abandoned. FNC, okay. I didn't see him, but it looks like he will go ahead and bring down the Witch Doctor. He might actually die here. No, he's fine. Barely, but he's fine. 1 more point in Maledict. He actually had full points in Maledict. A couple of little bits more damage, and he would have gotten that kill.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Meanwhile, Axel Matamoros has the Morbid Mask, has a armlet. It is a very interesting build from Huskar. He's really susceptible to physical damage here, getting that extra damage increase, 30% bonus damage taken. I mean, if he goes and he just gets blown up by physical. He's only got 8 armor, 1,100 HP. Lycanthrope will annihilate him. We'll just turn and chew him down. 3 hits. That's the end of the.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Oh, hold on, blink forward. It's going to be a dismember, and Box Top's taking 186 damage per swipe. The silence lasting, but unfortunately the hook is ready. Can Box Tops juke it out? Looks like he's waiting off, but the hook will fly through, and FNC will grab the kill. Meanwhile, Zacharific and Big Papa Bear Going to go ahead, try to bring down this bottom tier 1 tower, and by all means, they should get it. Zachariffic hitting for a good chunk of damage with the Howl. They've got a lot to spend. And in fact, he'll be picking up a Satanic pretty soon. That's a decent sum of gold on the Zachariffic here. Top of the net worth is this Lycanthrope, and he's not really stopping pushing. 3 will come in to try to defend against this, and it looks like is FNC there? It doesn't look like it. So locking down Zachariffic is going to be tough. And in fact, he's just going to run away. They get the life break, but he runs way too fast, so he'll get out. Meanwhile, Big Papa Bear is trapped in the trees, and I think Garden knows all about it. So Big Papa Bear will roll himself off to a pretty safe spot. He's bought the mechanism up, so that's a pretty good item for him. FNC, meanwhile, waiting. And box tops might be exactly what he's waiting for. As the moment he reveals, it could just be a quick and easy hook out. We'll take a look at what his vision is. So he's going to see Drow. Oh, he just misses her. Sees her barely. But that is it. So he's waiting in the sidelines. It's actually now seen her. Going to go ahead, maybe blink up behind her and then go for the back kill. But the creeps will spot him out. Is it going to be enough, though? Has Box Toss been paying attention? Oh, no. The Dismember. 228 damage per swipe. And that is a very, very dead Drow Ranger. That was... Okay. Not sure. Oh, the creeps, probably. 18 Flesh Heap stacks for our Pudge with 2,800 HP to his name. What is this now? 133 damage? Or 133 strength? Given Aghanim Scepter, which upgrades his ultimate to do what? Adds a strength-based damage bonus. What is a strength-based damage bonus? Strength Scepter multiplier. So it adds 1 times his strength. So 133 strength to the already 175 damage per second. That's crazy. So the Doctor now making his way on down. They find Axel Metamoros. They just want to go ahead and bring him down. They get the bash off. Yeah, this is a very, very dead Huskar. In fact, he's going to look for more. He finds FNC. Papa's in close by. He wants actually Papa. It's the easier kill. Pops in the Howl, and the bash has come out. Papa is most certainly dead here. They've got the Paralyzing Castle. Find one. FNC now. Zachariffic is actually taking a bit of damage from Lagarden, but he should be fine for now. In fact, he backs himself off. Now comes right back into the fray. They're still looking for this Ursa. The hook comes through, but it will miss. Ursa gets brought down. A triple kill for our Lycanthrope. This is his Satanic completed. He healed up almost fully with 1 right click. And now Change-O down to the bottom lane. The Zachariffic is ready to push. The creeps, though, not so much. So triple kill for our Lycanthrope, 26 minutes into this game. And now another 2,000 gold on top of it. What the hell is this Lycan? This is definitely a build I don't think I've ever seen before, or at least I haven't seen in quite a while. 2 sets of regeneration. I mean, 2 sets of life steal. It works. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing it. Looks like we'll go on to Chainzo. SMC will find box tops, making him his little bitch, I guess. Django is now with Malefic here. Let's see what 1 tick does. Yeah, he's dead. They don't even have to continue changing, but they will, just because they want to kill him. They want to be the ones to slap him down a bit. Zachariffic, meanwhile, life break out, but Matamoros just gets completely annihilated. And now FNC is way out without a lifeline, juking around the trees, but he can only do that for so long. Zachariffic is looking for the bash, continues to chase him down. It's all he needs. Gets a Dismember off, but really, what does it do? The bash now comes down. Zachariffic completely and utterly annihilating the Pudge. Just needs to chase him down for 1 more. He's trying to get the deny off. Does he even need it? Looks like he will go for it. Yeah, he'll go for it. Zachariffic cannot find the kill, but forces Pudge to deny himself. That is a major plus, I suppose. The wraparound from Lagarden. I'm not sure how an Ursa fares. Ursa doesn't even have his Ursa does have a basher. Okay. He's also got a Shadow Amulet, which helps a lot. Ursa's going to go in. It's a whirl of who bashes first, and it looks like Zachariffic will bash first. Gets the second one, and that is a dead Ursa. Lagarden not getting a single bash off in that entire engagement. Very unfortunate, but such is the way of the game. Bomb 2-2 tower taking some damage. There is a glyph to preserve it, and they will spend it. Matamoros realizing right now that he can't really dive into this one. And he'll wait far back as the Wolves make short work of the tier 2. Actually, we'll get the denial. That's kind of interesting. Zacharific still chasing. He's actually got an Abyssal Blade completed. That's a lot of gold for your Lycanthrope. Abyssal Blade, 300 gold. Dear Lord, what has this Lycanthrope been eating? Probably been feeding on all this flesh of Pudge. With 30,000 HP, there's a lot of flesh, giving Zacharific all that protein, it seems. For 350 gold now for the Lycanthrope. They'll push in through the mid lane. No glyph to preserve towers anymore. The hook will come out, and Big Papa Bear gets caught, trying to roll his way out of it. There's not a lot to keep him active, but actually they push FNC onto the high ground. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can they find him? Can they even slow him? It looks like not. Meanwhile, Zacharific could end up taking Roche right now, but he won't do it. At least not yet. In fact, I think the Dire, they think he's doing it too. They ping out the Roche pit. The Guardian could take it as well, but neither team is really confident enough to go after it. The Doctor going to walk through, though. Maybe get some vision out onto FNC, who throws a hook into the pit, but finds no one. So the Guardian makes his way in, Papa as well, and an Aegis should go the way of the Dire team. He'll pop into Enrage right at the beginning, which isn't really the smartest thing to do because you don't exactly have anything up yet. So it looks like Zacharific now will go in, pop into Shapeshift, and Matamoros, look at the damage. They've got a Reaper Sight, but it does nothing. And then the Death Ward. Holy shit, it's the Aghanim Scepter. They find FNC on the high ground. They know he's there. They're just going to bring him down. There is a Maledict on him, and he's taking a lot of damage from it. Zacharific, meanwhile, will grab the Aegis. A 4-0. 30 minutes in, and the Dire, they've lost everyone. This is a very tough game for them now. As Lycanthrope is near impossible to kill. Do it twice? Yeah, I don't think so. So now they push down the mid-tier 2 tower. Still no glyph for quite a while. 2.5 minutes. And it's gone. And so, they might even be able to push up to the high ground with it. If they can take a good fight for it. Zacharific, 1 second for his shapeshift. May just wait for his Aegis to run out before he shapeshifts after this one. He'll make his way to the side shop and purchase up a Hyperstone. Oh boy. Wolves need no armor, but they do need attack speed. 0.61 seconds per attack. And he's hitting like a truck right now. I mean, look at that one. I just don't know. 400 damage right now on this Lycanthrope. That is with Howl, of course, but holy crap. He's not even caring about Matamoros. He's letting his team do that. He's going after buildings. They may just end this one right now. There's nothing that the Dire can do about this. They literally have nothing to fight with this. They're going to try to go in. Papa getting silenced out. But Zacharific's going to go into Shapeshift, and Papa getting completely annihilated. The Death Ward comes through again. Zacharific getting the Abyssal Bash, and then they just destroy him. All of them are dead, except for the Pudge, who I don't even know where he is. I think he's given up. Where is he? Oh, he's back behind the line, because why not? So hook back Zacharific, and yeah, Ancient, not really long for this world. 32 minutes in, dealing with abandons, disconnects, all sorts of bullshit. It looks like the Dire, though, will come out on the short end of the stick, or with the short end of the stick, rather, the Radiant. They come out on top. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This has been Chicago Ted with the Golden Aegis cast series. If you enjoyed the replay, you can go ahead and follow me. If you want your own replay casted, you can check out down below for the, more information about that, or visit dotacasters.com. As far as we are at right now, that's it for this one. So again, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.